How's it going, my friends? This is Charizard James here with Battle of the Guilds episode 7. Episode 7 with Dimir. Now, if you know me at all, you would know that I hate playing against this deck, Dimir Rogues. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, we're going to try to play with it, though. As you know, this is more of a tempo-style deck with a couple different strategies. You can either mill them or you can kill them with damage. You can also play the tempo game with countering their spells. This is a very well-rounded mid-range style deck that has the ability to have a lot of recursion with Agadeem's Awakening, Lurrus of the Dream Den, and Into the Story to draw a lot of cards. We're taking a little bit of a different spin on this deck, kind of similar to what Seth Manfield would probably do with this deck. He's known to play Vantress Gargoyle. Or no, was it Seth Manfield or PVDDR? I think it was Seth Manfield that played it in one of the tournaments that he played Vantress Gargoyle. But we're gonna go ahead and give this Flyers version a crack at the Battle of the Guilds here. We have 3 Merfolk Windrobber in the deck, which is also a flyer to go with our Lofty Denial. We have 4 Ruin Crab to get that mill life going. We have 2 Bloodchief's Thirst, 1 Cling to Dust for the graveyard decks. It also is really good against mono green food. When you mill over their Feasting Troll King, you can exile it out of their graveyard before they can get it back. Super important. Also really good in the mirror match. 4 Thieves Guild Enforcer, pretty standard. You know what this card does. Mills some cards and attacks for a lot, and it's Death Touch. Very good card. 4 Lofty Denial, which is what this build of the deck is centered around. I had a couple negates and a couple of Essence Scatters / Anti-Cognition in this deck before, but I wanted a card that could counter everything, so I was like, why not play Lofty Denial and bump up the flyer count? So we're going to try it here. We have 4 Vantress Gargoyle. Not only is this a flyer for Lofty Denial, but it is a very, very, very aggressive and defensive card at the same time. So really, really excited to try out this card. In the early game, you're more than likely going to have more than 4 cards in your hand, so very, very good 4 toughness creature to block. And it has 5 power. And it's really easy in this deck to get 7 cards in the opponent's grave. We have 4 Heartless Act. Just in case we can't counter a spell, we have removal for it. Same goes with Bloodchief's Thirst. We have 4 Drown in the Loch, which is the Jack of all trades cards. Usually want to save this card for the end or for an emergency situations, since this card is so valuable to counter something or destroy something. We have 4 Soaring Thought-Thief to go along with our Rogues package as well, to mill our opponent for some more cards and to attack with a flyer in the air for lethal. It can add up to a lot of damage. We also have 3 Into the Stories here for the draw 4 cards ability. And having a 4 mana to draw 3 cards at instant speed is insane. We have 23 lands, I believe. We have 1 Castle Locthwain, 4 Temple of Deceit, and 4 Agadeem's Awakening to round out our lands. Let's go ahead and move to the sideboard, and I'll talk about some of the sideboard cards in a little detail. We have 1 more Cling to Dust to supplement our 1 in the main deck for the mirror match, mono green food, and other decks that may utilize their graveyard, like maybe a Dance of the Man's deck. We have 2 negates for those control decks and maybe the mirror match. We have 3 eliminates for other aggressive matchups in case they get underneath our counterspells. We have 2 Skyclave Shades for the mirror match and control decks as well, since the only real out that the control decks have to Skyclave Shade is Skyclave Apparition. And that's basically the only out. It can get really, really annoying to have this card keep recurring back against control decks and the mirror match. 3 Mystical Dispute against everything playing blue. And 3 Lull Mage Domination for other aggressive decks. And say they have an Embercleave on a Questing Beast, and they don't kill us, which is kind of unlikely, but what if they don't kill us? Then we can Lull Mage Domination and kill them back. That sounds fun. Alright, so this is our version of Dimir Rogues, and let's go ahead and give it a spin. Now, this is episode 7 of Battle of the Guilds, and if you'd like to watch all the other 6 guilds I've done already, make sure to check the playlist tab on this YouTube channel as well, so you can see all of them located under the Battle of the Guilds playlist tab. And always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, or catch me on Twitch Live at Charizard_James. This hand is really good if I draw 1 land. I mean, you might hate me, but I think I'm gonna keep this. You might hate me. You might hate me. I don't care if you hate me, I'm keeping this. This hand's like everything we want and more. Alright, we got the second land. We would like an untapped land, but, you know. You know, we gotta do what we gotta do. They have 2 1-drops here. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, that's actually not a bad draw. It gives us something to do, and it's also a flyer land. There we go. So this is a little far from ideal, but we'll take it. So I think I'm going to... what am I going to do? I've Drowned the Loch here. I have this. I could play Vantress Gargoyle, but I also want to counter their spells, but they're also attacking me for 5. I think we should just Lock the Denial and Heartless Act every turn until our Heart's Desire. Heart's Desire. That was a nice pun. That was a really, really nice pun. Whoever came up with that is doing something good. Let's see. I really don't want them to, I don't want them to have, like, Embercleave. Okay, so they can't Embercleave. So this is good for me. Let's just Heartless Act this now. That could have gone a lot worse for me. I'm really glad that happened. Really glad that happened. I think I'm just gonna pass again. Because I can Drown the Loch something if I play the Thieves Guild Enforcer first. They might be flooding, but we're also not drawing lands either. Okay. I don't think they have Cleave. Mammoth. Okay, so I think I'm gonna Thieves Guild Enforcer here, and then Drown the Loch, the Mammoth. That's good for us. Let's go ahead and go shields down here. Do we go shields down, or do we wait till they play like Vivian or something? Nah. If they have Vivian, they have Vivian. Klothys. Wow, main deck Klothys. That's a tough one for us to deal with. Really tough one here. So the goal is to just, let's see. They might take a card out of their own grave, which they probably should. Yeah. Makes sense. Questing Beast. Alright. Cling to dust. Alright. Main deck Klothys is very weird. I think I need to draw a card, though. I don't know if this is main deck hate for rogues. Like, it definitely could be. I actually could have kept that in my hand. Let's go ahead and pass for now, because I can actually block this questing beast with the Thieves Guild and kill it. I don't know how we're beating this Klothys, though, because we actually don't have any way to kill it in the main deck. Klothys is very annoying here. End of the story is probably not good enough. How do I win this game? I don't think I can win. All right, to save us the hate of to save us the time of losing, I'm just gonna scoop now. That was I don't know why they played main deck Klothys, but we actually never got to use these, which is unfortunate. I just missed on the land for too long. Definitely missed the land for too long there. 3 Lol Mage in. I like the Cling to Dust because they could have like chain webs and oxes and stuff. I actually assume they have ox, so I should probably bring the second Cling to Dust in. And then Eliminate's really good too. What do we take out? I might go away from the counterspells in this game, but the counterspells are still pretty good. Let's just cut the Lofties and then cut the Windrobber, a couple Windrobbers. And I want everything else, but let's just cut. I guess we should just cut the Cling. Vantress Gargoyle is a really good blocker. Unfortunately, it doesn't block Questing Beast that well, but at least trades with it. I don't have any creatures here. I don't have any way to mill them. I think it's a mulligan. That's a lot better. Holy crap. So, do I keep the Windrobber or keep the Gargoyle? I think I keep the Gargoyle. Or maybe I can keep all of it? And just bin a land? What if I just do this? I like it. That way I have a way to mill them here. I can block them and apply pressure here. Alright. Let's fill up that graveyard. Really good way to fill up the grave here. Primal Might down. Primal Might down. I repeat, Primal Might down. Another Klothys. Unfortunately, I couldn't counter this. And... wait, could I have? No, right? There's no way I could have had enough in the graveyard, in their graveyard, to counter that if I didn't play the Thought-Thief. Okay, I didn't play that wrong. Alright. So they are at 5 cards in grave. So I can't attack with the Gargoyle this turn. So I should probably just hold up, eliminate, or drown the Loch. If I do this now, these grow. So I might actually just try to kill them through the Klothys here. Because they have 9 cards in grave now. Now I get to attack for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that they go to... okay, this is a 2-turn clock then. If they don't kill any of my creatures, it's a 2-turn clock. Because they go to 16, then I attack for 9. It's your boy, Pro Winston. How's it going? So I guess I'm just going to eliminate that. So I do have them on a 2-turn clock. I just drown their next spell and win the game, right? Gargoyle is really good, chat. Gargoyle has a lot of power to it. I mean, unless they have 2 removal spells here, I win the game. They have like double Bone Crusher. Alright, so they have to have Bone Crusher here or I win. Bone Crusher, Fire Prophecy, Scorching Dragonfire. Alright. That was impressive. That was impressive. Do I want Lock the Denial on the draw to counter Klothys? That's the question. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's why they needed. I can still drown the removal, but that's why they needed double removal. But yeah, for sure. Do I keep? Let's see. Lock the Denial does counter Klothys. And I don't think I can race them like I raced them this game. I think countering Klothys is a big deal. Interesting. Interesting. That was very impressive for only 2 lands. Sub Lothian for the crabs? The crab is an 0-3 though. The crab's actually a good, a very annoying blocker for them to deal with. But I can see that. And I can, like, sub this out for, like, another flyer. This could be wrong, but at least I want to try it. This could be wrong, but I do want to see if this is a good game plan going forward. This is a good gargoyle on turn 2 again. Okay, I do want this denial. Because it sets us up to counter the Klothys on turn 3. Even though it's not a land. I do want to hold this up here. I could just, like, get punished, but I'm going to take the 3. I'm going to take the 3. BOTG is Battle of the Guilds. This is episode 7. There we go. Falling right into our plan. They fell right into our trap. Another blue to set up our Lull Mage. We can go Gargoyle. I think I like either one of these though, so we can hold up Eliminate or draw on the Loch. So I'm gonna flash into Thieves Guild Enforcer, I think. I could just drown that. I'm gonna let it go. Maybe they don't attack. Do I block? I can't block the Brushfire. I may as well just eliminate now. Every point of damage matters. They could have Bone Crusher Giant. I wouldn't be surprised if they had it. Okay. Now I get to draw on the Loch their play. Or do I want to take the Bone Crusher? I can also take the Bone Crusher. Do I counter the Bone Crusher or take it? Probably take it. Yeah, I can't take it yet since they don't have 7 cards in grave. Or 8 cards in grave. Yeah, they didn't attack despite the... They didn't attack, that's for sure. We can bring the Lurrus back to our hand and hold up to John the Loch. The thing that stops... The thing that's hard about that, though, is they could just go land Great Henge, and we can't counter the Henge. So if we don't John the Loch the Bone Crusher now, they could just cast Henge. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. We'll see if they cast Henge. I don't think I blocked this. I mean, they could have Embercleave. Alright, mill some more. They have 6 cards engraved now. We can bring back the Thieves Guild. Mill some more. I'm liking the look of this. Oh, not anymore. I was liking the look of it. So we can probably just attack with this gargoyle now. Start getting in there. Putting the pressure on. Now we have the Lurrus Windrobber loop here going. I can also steal the Ox as well. And I milled a Questing Beast. You're discarding 3 cards with no available red mana afterwards. Oh my gosh, they had double Questing Beast and Mammoth. Wow. Oh, I guess it does make sure that my stuff is more expensive. I can't steal the Ox anymore. 4 cards there. I need to get them to, what, 8 cards engrave? I can only get them to 6 right now. Actually? Can I Heartless Act my own Thieves Guild? So that's 5. That's 6. Wait, can I steal the Ox? I have to cast it for 2 mana. I don't think I can. I don't think I have enough mana for that. Right, because I have to pay 2 mana to Heartless Act, then I have to pay 5 mana to steal the Ox. Because it's a 5-drop. I should probably just chill. Let's see. You can always tell me what you think you would do in this situation. You can say it in chat if you're watching it live, or say it in the comments if you're watching it on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Well, I'm not just dead. They have 6 engraved now? Me milling that Ox was really bad for me. Actually, I think I am just dead. They need to attack with Innkeeper, though. Oh, I guess they don't want to kill me. Unless they have another Bone Crusher in hand. If they attacked with an Innkeeper, I would have died. Ah, Klothys. Wait, maybe I might be able to steal the Klothys. I can steal it. Alright, so you're saying there's a chance? Why is this 5 mana? Wait. Oh, they don't have 8 cards. Cancel. It's not a creature for me, yeah. I have Drown for the Ox. This is a crazy game. This is a crazy game. But then they're going to bring the Ox back, and now I'm basically back in the same position. If they don't bring the Ox back, I can exile with Klothys, but they also could have Bone Crusher Giant to kill me now. Okay, they're going to bring it back. This is a crazy game. Shadow Soul Smashing and Mammoth. Another Innkeeper, wow. Okay. Can we mill them? We can't mill them, right? They're at 25 cards in deck. They have 2 cards in grave. The Ox is super insane. I don't think anything I do is good here. I think they have lethal regardless with the Bone Crusher. That feels bad. Oh well, we did what we could. The Ox was insane there. This is why I needed my exile card to where I could exile the Ox, but I ended up milling it for them, which is unfortunate. I need to mill them to win the game. I needed to mill them to win the game, but when I milled them into Ox, I'm pretty sure I just lost the game instantly. Agadeem's could have been good. Well, we were really close there. We were really close there. If like I said, if you have anything in chat that I could have done differently, or anything in the comments on YouTube if you're watching from there, make sure you let me know a line of play that I might have forgotten or missed. But that game was super close, super close. Maybe I could have not cited out the one copy of Into the Story that I did. Maybe I would have drawn that and then drawn 4 cards. You never know. Maybe I should have kept the second Cling to Dust in the deck post board. Yeah, I could have not tipped the Gargoyle and just stolen the... Well, no, I needed to tip the Gargoyle because I needed to save 2 mana to be able to kill the Ox, because the Ox would have killed me with the Embercleave because I was at 1 life. So I needed to do that. We keep Ruined Crab on turn 1 hands. Especially with Fabled Passage into Thieves Guild. Depending on what deck they're playing, I might just hold up Lofty Denial, but probably not. Yeah, not. Yeah, definitely not. That's 2 1-drops, though. I could just hold off on the Fabled Passage for now, just to get my 2 1-drops down. I think I will do that. It's very tempting to use Fabled Passage here, but I actually don't think it's worth it here. It's not worth the tap land. Ooh, mono black. Actual mono black? Alright. Actually, it's not mono black. They have Fabled Passage. I just happened to mill double swamp. They probably get a forest here. Or just a swamp. But maybe they're just playing a lot of black, basic black, in green-black adventures? Maybe? Ooh. Temple. I wasn't expecting... Okay, I kind of wasn't expecting that, but it's a reasonable thing to think that they're playing that deck. Oh. This is also my worst matchup, isn't it? Yeah, this is my worst matchup, right? Isn't this the reason people stopped playing Rogues? Okay, so if the plan is Lofty Denial, I should probably just Fabled Passage now, I guess. I guess I just discard my land. Second blue or second black? Probably second black because I want to cast Lurrus at some point. That's the reason for second blue. So I'm going to Lofty Denial something whenever they play it. This has reach. Second reach creature. So they're dead, right? They block this and they take 4. So they're not actually dead. They're not dead, but they lose their robber. Alright, so I think I'm going to win this game. That's 2 robbers they had in hand. Nice. Didn't even show them the end of the story. Is Skyclave Shade good against them? I don't know. Cling to Dust. Lull Mage is good against Kroxa. Eliminate kills Kroxa. Is Shade good against them? Probably not. What's the game plan? The game plan is just do what we just did? I mean, nothing they have actually blocks our flyers. So we should probably just play the flying game again. Right? Yeah, they have Oxes and Shades in their sideboard. Heartless Act is kind of bad. Lull Mage is actually kind of bad too. I can steal Ox and Kroxa. I think I like Heartless Act over those. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play the flying game. I think I might just try to race them again. I don't think I can win the long game, especially if they, you know, escape Kroxa a bunch of times and escape. Okay, this is good. Escape Kroxa a bunch of times. Escape Ox a bunch of times. Like I don't think I'm beating that. Think I have a removal spell for my crab? I guess maybe I should have sided out the crabs. If the plan is just to kill them with flyers. If the plan is to kill them with flyers, I should mill them as fast as possible, though. So my next play is just play Vantress Gargoyle. And then my next play after that is mill them again, and then attack with Gargoyle. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for Gargoyle, though. So when I play Fabled Passage, I can actually mill them enough to attack them. Actually, I don't have to do that. I could just play Thieves Guild Enforcer and play the Temple, and that's enough as well. Depends on what I draw, though. Maybe they're thinking about removing the Gargoyle. Kroxa? Sure. Okay, second crab. The second crab actually lets us still attack with the Gargoyle after they escape the Kroxa, which could be relevant. I think I'm going to do it. And I'll discard the Agadeem's Awakening. Or maybe I'll keep the Agadeem's Awakening because I can bring back the Gargoyle with it. I guess it's race time, chat. I guess it is race time, folks. I don't think I want to take more damage because I'm racing them. And after they bring their Kroxa back, they'll have, like, just enough cards engraved for this Fabled Passage to get what I need. Ooh, oh wow. They bolted. Okay, they're gonna kill it. It's unfortunate. At least I have the Agadeem's Awakening. Okay, they're gonna Ox now then. At least they're discarding 3 cards. I could have not blocked with the Ruin Crab to try to mill them, because they're drawing a lot of cards. But they have 41 cards left in deck. Now they have 7 cards. Into the Story is a really good one. So Agadeem's right now, I can Agadeem's for 2 in another turn. And I have to end the story now because the Ox is going to come back. Do I have to end the story now? If they Ox, they exile 8 cards, they bring it back. So it's like exile 9, so it goes to 2, and then it goes to 5. Another black for Agadeem's. Three lands. All of these games with Rogues seem super interesting. Like, I can see if I got used to this deck more that it would be fun. But, like, I just don't like playing against this deck so much that I just don't want to play with it, I guess. I don't know if that probably makes no sense. But I'd rather not have anything to do with Rogues if I can help it. They keep milling Oxes with Oxes. It's unfair. It's so unfair. Alright. So, we can Agadeems for 2. For, like, Ruin Crab and Vantress. Or we can do Thieves Guild and Vantress. Probably Thieves Guild and Vantress, right? We need Vantress to kill them. Alright, so Vantress can block. So Vantress can block the Skyclave Shade, but then the Vantress would die to Bonecrusher Giant? Ooh. Alright. So, I guess we can't do the kill them plan. Okay, we're probably gonna lose this game. I think it's past the point where we can kill them. Let's see, how many Bone Crushers do they have here? They have a Bone Crusher in there, they have a Spike Field Hazard in there, 2 Bone Crushers, so they have 2 Bone Crushers in deck. Just hope to mill them eventually. It's probably a plan. Just block this. 23 cards in library. We can Agadeems for 2 for Thieves Guild and Vantress again, or we can go for Ruin Crab to mill them more. I guess it just depends if they Ox again. The problem with this play is that I have to play a land first, which is annoying. I also can't afford to discard a land because I'd go to 5. Actually, can I afford to discard a land? No, I can't, right? So they're gonna bring back Kroxa. So I think I have to Agadeems for Agadeems for 2. I mean, I can't Agadeems for 3. So I just Agadeem for 2 and then play Temple. Or Agadeem for 2. Yeah, I think I have to. Alright. This is definitely very annoying, and I can see why this is a terrible matchup. So, we should be at 1 life now, I think. So we discard this. Well, I mean, we can block the robber. We can block the robber, and we can block the ox. I might actually want more graveyard exile, because this is really annoying. They have 12 cards in deck. Can we mill them somehow? Ooh. That was a really good card to draw. Wow. They've had just the right amount of removal. Just in time, negate. Maybe I should have played the Ruin Crab. Actually, I couldn't play the crab. That makes sense. I couldn't play the crab. I couldn't play the... Wait, I could have played the land before the crab, right? No, I couldn't have. Yeah. Okay, I could not have played the crab before I played the land. So I did the right play. And if they have a removal spell here, I die. Alright, now I'm at 1 life. So, 1 more Agadeem's Awakening. Like, having to mill the Kroxa deck is just the worst, right? Because, like, you have to mill them to win, maybe? Maybe? So it just feels really, really bad. Crab, like, I have to take Crab out, but Crab is one of the only ways that we, like, get our Lull Mage domination going. Or not Lull Mage, but, like, into the story going and all of our other cards, but maybe we should just, maybe we should just take out the Ruin Crabs. And then just go up on Heartless Act, and into the story, and like maybe a Skyclave Shade, if we're gonna try to kill them. If we're gonna try to kill them, we might as well try to kill them. The problem with Lull Mage is that they likely don't have cards in their graveyard. Play first. Does this hand kill them? No. Does this... I need to draw 1 land to make this hand good. Like, this is the type of hand that I need, but if I just had 1 more land... I'm gonna keep it, though. Let's take out the Windrobber, because I want this to be a black. A lot of 1-drops to make up for this one land, but we're in a little bit of a pickle if we don't draw a land. That ain't a land. This looks like a Bone Crusher Giant. Oh, no it's not. Alright, the race is on. Wow, the most expensive card in my deck. So if it's a race, I'm using this Bloodchief's Thirst. I was really hoping to draw one land in the next 2 draws. In the first 2 draws, because I have the Skyclave Shade in my hand that's 3 power. So I guess they play the Shade now. You hate to see it. I took a chance and my deck failed me. Yep, it's downhill from here. That was a little too late though. So they get to take my Heartless Act probably? If they can see my game plan. I don't know if they... Wow, I'm surprised they took into the story. Ooh, that was insane. Wow. Wow. That was really good. Okay, abandon this plan. Go to the mill plan again. I can't kill them. I'm only playing one less land than people usually play. But I mean, my curve basically stops at 2, so I didn't think that would be a problem. Like, all of my cards are 2 mana here, which would have been fine if I had drawn 1 blue source. And I'm playing like 13 blues. So you'd think I would draw one by now. Well, hello, tapped mana. Windrobber's actually not that bad. Alright, so at least the Lurrus can block the Murderous Rider? Oh, looks like they have a Murderous Rider of their own. So it looks like I probably have to play Thought-Thief. Looks like I probably have to play Thought-Thief plus draw on the Loch somehow. And then just, like, hope to block something. Bone Crusher Giant would be pretty bad for me. Nothing? Okay, so it's definitely another Murderous Rider. Yeah, I only have 1 blue. So I have to draw on this rider? I mean, I could also drown the Shade, but they just get it back. They get a Spike-Filled Hazard, though, and I get punished by this play. But I think if they had Spike-Filled Hazard, they'd probably hit my face with it already. Let's put 2 creatures on the battlefield. Let's hope it just, like, gets me there, I guess. Bone Crusher. Murder Shredder. Alright. They have another... Oh, they were just holding double Heartless Act? Okay. So, like, I guess they were better at racing me, huh? I feel like the only way I can win that matchup is if I race them. But they have so many removal spells that it's just hard to race them. Alright, let's play one more. Unmas! I like this hand. Snapkeep. At least we know people hate rogues. With our first match being main deck Klothys into sideboard multiple Klothys. And then our second match is red-black escape, or red-black mid-range, whatever you want to call it. And I haven't played against that deck in the longest time. I can't remember the last time I played against that deck. Is this Grixis? Oh, is this Grixis? I mean, we should have a good matchup against Grixis, right? At least we should have a good matchup. I mean, I don't know if we do or not, but we should. Main deck Mystical Dispute. You hate to see it. Right at the top. Hey, Must-Alive, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Goose Gang. Goose salute to you. So, good thing we have double Lofty Denial here, so they're going to have, and Drown the Loch, so they're going to have a hard time resolving anything. But we do need to get a little, like, one more piece of pressure on the board, I think. Well, there it is. There it is. Heartless Act, my Thieves, my Windrobber. I think I'm just going to let this go through. Because, if they have Extinction Event next turn for odds, I need to counter that. It does suck to lose out on my flyer here, so that Lofty Denial is only a censor type effect. They only have to pay. They only have to pay 1 instead of having to pay 4. I think if they have Extinction Event in their hand, they're kind of locked into playing it. They have no red mana, and they have Kroxa Engrave. Well, that's a really good draw. That's a really good draw. I mean, they could have Mystical Dispute, which would suck, because I know they main deck it. I mean, I could drown this, but that would just defeat the purpose of having counterspells in the first place. Heartless Act, one of them. Do I drown this? Unless they have another dispute. They have a third dispute? Nope. So now we have to hope that they don't have Extinction Event. And even if they do, in like 2 to 3 turns, we can start doing the Lurrus Windrobber loop. And once we get the Windrobber out, we have Lofty Denial and things like that. So hopefully they don't have Extinction Event. Cringe. Cringe. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. Please don't have it. Alright, opponent is taking a while. Opponent is at 4 more life. So we're at 13, so it's a 3-turn clock as it is. Hopefully we draw a Soaring Thought-Thief so we can make it one turn less. We know they play Shark Typhoon, Neutralize. They Hagra Mauling. Okay. That makes sense to play around our counterspells, which we have a lot of. So they will be dead in 3 more turns after this, it seems like. Let's hold up our counterspells and hope they don't have 1 mana. They scryed for that. Alright. They don't have any red. They still don't have red. Scry to the top. Must be a red source. Ominous Seas. Okay, I kind of wasn't expecting that. Haven't seen that in a while. Alright, we get to attack again. I really wish I would draw a land. It's a good Locked in Denial target. But, and Locked in Denial is a lot worse now since they have a little bit more mana to work around with and we don't have a flyer. Still no red mana. What would they scry to the top if it's not red mana? Maybe it's a Shark Typhoon? And I was right. Alright, down to 4. 2 more turns. They don't have red mana. Ashiok. Alright, so I can destroy this, attack for 3, and then when they make another one, I can destroy that one and kill them, unless they minus the Ashiok. They did have Extinction Event. Alright, so now this is when I can start losing. We were one mana off, so I do need a flyer, and they have life gain. Alright, so this is the point. They scry to the top. This is the point where they get back in the game. So we need a flyer, like, really quick. Oh, that's a flyer. But then they'll just minus on the... Wait. They would minus on the Gargoyle, then? I mean, I guess I'm okay with that, since they wouldn't be ultimated in the Ashiok. So we need to dodge a removal spell, and we need to dodge... Like, they could just minus on the Gargoyle if they're going to lose to it. I really needed to draw an extra land in this game, I think, because we have a lot of 2-drops in our hand. Draw a card. So hopefully they don't have an answer to the Gargoyle when it comes down next. Oh, never mind. They can just minus again. I need a flyer with flash, I think. Well, that was 2 lands. I needed those. Yeah, I should probably add 1 more land to this deck. And maybe I would want it to be Zagoth Triome. I don't know what I'd cut, though. Maybe I would cut the 1 Cling to Dust in the main deck. I haven't been drawing a lot of Soaring Thought-Thieves today. I feel like. Maybe that's just in my head. But I feel like I haven't drawn that card a lot. Well, oh, wow. As soon as I say that, they exile 1 off the top of my library. They could have, like, Bone Crusher Giant or something, but they don't have any red. Ooh, Ugin. So they just -2? Alright, I need a flash creature. I need Soaring Thought-Thief, basically. Like, this turn. Actually, not anymore, because they gain 4 life. I drew the Thought-Thief, but they're going to gain 4 life. Literally 1 turn too late. Wow, that feels really bad. I mean, how can we win? How can we win now, right? I have to draw the 3rd Thought Thief off the top of my library.
Terror lurks among us. Consider this a warning.
Oh, crap. I Heartless Acted it and I should have Thought Thiefed. If I draw a Thought Thief now... Alright. Like the Maze Mind Tome drawing... Drawing the second Maze Mind Tome to gain 4 more life... was the thing that did it. I needed to draw a Thought Thief and I drew it, but the 4 life happening just in time. If I would have drawn a Thought Thief 1 turn earlier. I mean, I can still have lethal, right? If I draw... If I draw a Thought Thief. If I go end step Thought Thief. Okay. And it doesn't get countered. And they don't have a... They have to have, like, all lands in their hand. Right? And I draw a Thought Thief off the top of my library. I have lethal. First step, no counterspell. Okay? Step 1 complete. Second step, no removal spell. Alright? They had a removal spell. Now if I have a Thought Thief off the top of the library... Nope. I think I'm dead. Good game. Good game. I had them at 1, but we were super, super close there. Skyclave Shade's really good. Cling to Dust is good. Mystical Dispute and Negate are good. What is not good? There's not a lot of things that just are plain bad. Heartless Act is probably bad. I might just cut the crabs. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'll play 2 crabs. Oh, I'll play 2 crabs. Whatever. If I lose all 3 of these matches, I'm going to be real sad. But we did play against main deck Klothys into sideboard multiple Klothys. And then Rakdos midrange, which is never on the ladder, which we happen to play against. And then getting our opponent to 1 life in this last game, in this last match. Just to have it fold from underneath us. It's pretty feels bad. I've been trying my best too. And we had 3 lands the entire game. That is true. Alright, I like it. I like it. We have a flyer. We have a counterspell. Two counterspells, actually. Let's get our flyer down, and then we will... Hopefully we draw an untapped land, but if not, we'll just attack and play this castle. Oh, they finally drew red mana fast enough. They could have a removal spell, like a Scorching Dragonfire or Fire Prophecy, or Bone Crusher Giant, or Spike Field Hazard. Okay, fine, the list goes on and on. I think I could hold up Negate for Elspeth's Nightmare, but I think I'll play the Gargoyle. I could have sequenced this to play the Enforcer first, and then also play the Windrobber. And they would have milled 2 more cards, but we wouldn't have been able to attack with the Windrobber as fast, because we'd have to play the Castle Locthwain first. Which is the reason why I did the play I did. Bone Crusher, so they have 2 cards in grave. If only I had... They missed a land drop. If only I had a land. That'd be great. So I do this And then pass. Yeah, they did scry, but they scryed to the bottom and then they didn't draw a land. But they also didn't scry in their upkeep, which is kind of weird. We usually call that sus. I'm also over here mana screwed as well, so we'll see. They also didn't draw a land and they also didn't scry in their upkeep. I milled a land. Milled a Shark Typhoon for them. Okay, so I should have... Okay, so I'm going to keep this on top. Because I'm going to mill that card. I think. Actually, I can attack with the Gargoyle, so I kind of messed that up a little bit. I thought I was one card away from attacking with it, but it looks like I'm not. It's fine. Windrobber is still a good card to have next turn, because I can go 1-drop and to hold up all of my two mana spells anyway. I mean, it's probably even better than not doing that. Because having a 1-mana play there is still really good. And if they deal with the Gargoyle, at least I have a card to keep attacking with. And it makes my Loch Denial still make them pay 4 extra. Wow. Still nothing, huh? Guess I play this and see what happens. Dispute? I'm fine with that. As long as I get to keep hitting them for 5. So I'm basically just going to protect the Vantress Gargoyle the entire game and never let it die, and they'll eventually just lose to the Gargoyle. Hey, look, they drew a land. They have 8 cards in grave. I don't care about that. I noticed that. They put a stop on their upkeep. I noticed when they weren't using it in their upkeep, but they still had the stop. We'll see if they put a stop on their upkeep this time. Nope. But they hit their land. Alright, they missed 3 land drops in a row, and they now have more lands than me. I'm pretty sure this Vantress Gargoyle is living until the end of time here. I think I used the negate here. Wow, we drew a land. Can you believe it, chat? We do the black here so we can draw Castle Locthwain whenever we want to, but it's probably not going to get to that point. Oh, they upkeep stopped. Ooh, they did it in their upkeep. There we go. There we go. It's the moral victories. I mean, they could have a 4-mana spell backed up by Mystical Dispute. Never mind. They could have a 2-mana spell backed up by Mystical Dispute. Nope. Well, Vantress Gargoyle was very good there. Just click submit. The power of Vantress Gargoyle, chat. The power of Vantress Gargoyle. Go in the distance. 5 damage is a lot. Especially with how easy it is to mill my opponent. Maybe in game ones I should change the build a little bit to play more copies of One Mind. Because maybe in game ones I should focus on just doing my game plan rather than using Lofty Denial to counter my opponent's cards. Because if I played of One Mind, I would have even more draw spells and played like 1 extra land. Maybe I can fit all that in there. Then it would probably feel a little smoother than it's feeling right now. But I still think it's fine. I still think that the cards we have going on is fine. But we're a little strapped for how many spells we can play in these games. Yeah, I like Of One Mind too. Alright, final game. Final game. Battle of the Guilds. Episode 7. Dimir Rogues. I think this is a keep, especially with double Mystical Dispute. A couple threats. Of One Mind kind of does remind me of Charter Course, but it has a little bit less utility. Because you can't, like, forcefully discard a card. Skyclave Shade's a perfect discard here. Maybe they have Spikefield Hazard. I've drawn my 3rd land, so it's looking on the up and up. All right, we've drawn all the lands we want. We bolt this because light doesn't really matter in this matchup, and it also lets us counterspell a Bone Crusher Giant if they have it. Well, there's the Bone Crusher in the graveyard. Maybe they still have it? Heartless Act. That's fine. Alright, so they're going to take 3 more damage. It's a good draw. I'm gonna wait to play the land here. Just in case they kill this Skyclave Shade right now. Alright, opponent smartly doesn't. And then I will end my turn, I believe. And now if they have, like... shark for 1. Okay. So the shark's going to block the Skyclave Shade, but it's fine because we have the Fabled Passage to bring it back. I mean, I could also just Bloodchief's Thirst it. But if they have another shark, it would be a shark for X equals 3, and I can't really stop that. So I think I want to... I think I'm just going to attack into this shark here. They have 5 cards in grave. Hagramauling. That's fine because I'm just going to bring it back. That's another resource that they wasted. Now, the question is, do I want another black or do I want another blue? I don't have Lull Mage in my deck right now. I do have Agadeem's Awakening, which would make me want another black. Let's see if they cast Ashiok or something. Alright, so this is perfect for me to counterspell. They could have Negate or something in their hand, which is worth mentioning. But I have Bloodchief's Thirst in my hand anyway. Alright. Windrobber is good. However, I could bring Lurrus back to my hand and play Thought-Thief, or maybe counterspell something. It might be worth bringing Lurrus to our hand. I think it is. Because if they have... They've shown us that they don't have Negate, so if they play Ashiok, we could just counter it with Mystical Dispute. That's fine, because we have Lurrus to pick it back up. That's also fine, because we can ditch our Thought-Thief to bring it back with Lurrus. Skyclave Shade's very good here. Judging by their play, knowing that I have Lurrus in my hand, makes me seem like they have an Essence Scatter or something. So I think I just want to play the Skyclave Shade. How's it going, New Disciple? Thank you for the raid. I could just go Lurrus and bring back Windrobber and hold up Mystical Dispute. I'm kind of feeling Essence Scatter, though. Yep. Still Mystical Dispute the Scatter. How's it going, Invisible Genshu? I'm loving Standard right now. I don't like playing Lurrus decks at all, and I like playing Lurrus decks. I just don't like playing Rogues, and I also don't like playing against Rogues. But we are doing Battle of the Guilds Episode 7 Dimir, and I wanted to play a really good Dimir deck today. So we are playing Dimir Rogues. All right, what am I doing now? I should probably... Let's see. I should probably play my Thought-Thief, maybe? Start milling them? I mean, it does let them bring back the Kroxa, though. But I can also discard the Skyclave Shade, and they're dead in a couple turns, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have played the Thought-Thief before combat, because this gave them exactly enough to bring back the Kroxa. That's no blocks here. The way they did this actually lets me... let's see. Let's do this. Just in case they have a Bone Crusher Giant in hand. Let's kill the Kroxa. And then we can play the Thieves Guild Enforcer and hold up Lofty Denial. Double Shark Typhoon in the bin. Feels good. And I'm not going to play the Thieves Guild yet. I mean, maybe I do. Yeah, I'm not going to play the Thieves Guild yet. Because they can pay 4 after they bring the Kroxa out. That resolves. Let's see. If they play Hagra Mauling, I can Lofty Denial them. If they don't have a 4-mana spell, I can't Lofty Denial them. Dispute. Alright, that works. I can also just bring that back with Lurrus anyway. Let's see here. Do we have a way to lethal? I don't think so. If I draw another Thought-Thief, maybe? They have 6 cards in grave. I'm probably better off just exiling the Kroxa. We'll see what happens with this mill first, though. Because if I mill a second Kroxa, I'm probably not going to want to do that. Alright, now I want to. Let's see. I can end the story. And if I draw an untapped black mana, I can also Cling to Dust. Let's go for it. We got there. Nice. That was fun. That was fun. That was definitely fun. Yeah, I can see this deck being like really, really good against the control decks with how many counterspells we were playing. Lofty Denial was really good in some spots. It was kind of medium in other spots. But in general, I think I like the way that this deck was constructed. If going forward, I think I would. Going forward, I think I would play. Let's see. Let's go ahead and add it right now, so you folks can get this out of the description under the YouTube video. Let's go of one mind. Let's go of one mind. You get a little sneak peek into some deck building here. Let's go at least 3 of one minds, or probably at the most 3. Let's go one more into the story. Not this. All right, and then let's go off the Lofty Denials, which means we go off the couple Windrobbers, and then we wanted to. So this would be like the general thing that we would do here. And then maybe we would play like some anti-cognitions or some didn't say please or something like that. But I think this is what I really want to go for here. But maybe we'll play 2 Windrobbers. Or maybe 2 didn't say please. But I really like the way that this is constructed here to kind of go towards the primary game plan rather than the counterspell game plan. So let's go ahead and add another Windrobber here. And I wanted to add another land. Zagoth Triome. Alright, so this is what I want to do here. This is the kind of thing I'm going for. We have the draw spells here. We have Vantress Gargoyle is like super impressive. You can get them to 7 cards in grave very easily. And it's a really good blocker early game. Heartless Act, drawing the Loch, Soaring Thought-Thief, Thieves Guild. Yeah, this seems very, very like what we want to be doing. Skyclave Shade was pretty impressive. And the cards in the sideboard are just how they are. I do like that. So this is the end of our episode 7 of Battle of the Guilds, Dimir version. Next, we are going to be playing Gruul. So maybe we'll play some Gruul aggro, maybe some Gruul adventures. We'll see. But next up, episode 8 will be Gruul. So I will see you next time.